Three young men from Afghanistan, who are seeking asylum in Ireland, experienced a horrific ordeal this past weekend. Their story begins on a Sunday afternoon. Now, this center is quite isolated, with no shops or amenities nearby. This is where things took a dark turn. One of the men, who we'll call Muhammad, to protect his identity, explained what happened next. They decided to pull over, perhaps to let the car pass, or to figure out what was happening. Imagine that. One moment you're on a routine errand. The next you're surrounded and outnumbered by a large, hostile group. They didn't just stop at damaging the property. They turned their violence onto the men themselves. They beat me in my head, and my stomach, and also in my face. Muhammad credited two women who arrived at the scene and started shouting at the attackers. He didn't mince words, stating, "The attack on these asylum seekers from Afghanistan forms part of a growing pattern of premeditated racist, anti-immigrant attacks." He went on to say that the actions of these groups are viewed with disgust by most people, and that they must be condemned. Think about the journey these young men have already been on. They fled Afghanistan, a country ravaged by decades of conflict, in search of safety and a better life. This incident, however, seems to represent a frightening escalation from protest to direct, premeditated violence against individuals. The fact that it appears to have been coordinated with multiple vehicles and a large group of people is particularly chilling. When incidents like this happen, they are not just attacks on the individuals involved. They are an attack on the values of the community, on the principles of compassion and decency. It sends a message of fear and intimidation to all immigrants and minority groups. It creates a climate of division and hostility that benefits no one. The bravery of the two women who intervened cannot be overstated. No one, regardless of where they come from or their immigration status, should have to fear being attacked while simply going to the shop. It starts with calling it out when we see it, supporting the victims, and ensuring that our communities are welcoming and inclusive for everyone.